So in this video, I want to talk to you about the Doppler effect. This is the next section in your notes. The Doppler effect is what happens when you have something that's giving off a wave. Think about maybe a sound or light that is moving relative to what is receiving the wave. So you have an observation of the wave and you have a source of the wave. If there's some motion between where the wave is being generated and where the wave is being observed, there's going to be some shift in the frequency that is observed by the wave. And this shift is referred to as the Doppler effect. Let's talk about the two real scenarios here. And basically, we're going to boil this down to either the two sources, the source and the observer, are coming together, or the source of the observer are moving apart. In this example, we're going to look at the source and the observer moving together. So if they are approaching each other, and it doesn't matter if the observer is moving to the source, if the source is moving to the observer, or if they're both moving relative to each other. As long as the distance between them is decreasing, you're going to see this Doppler effect. And what happens is when the distance is becoming less and the objects are getting closer to each other, the perceived frequency is going to be higher than the actual frequency at the source. So the source is giving some frequency, but what's perceived by it is going to be greater than what the source is. At the source, you hear something. Past the source, you hear something else. And then let's look at the other scenario. And this is where the observer and the source are moving in opposite directions. So the distance between them is increasing. If the distance is increasing, the frequency that's heard is going to be lower than the source frequency. So you have a source frequency, and then you have an observed frequency. Doppler effect is just that shift between the two. And what you have to know about this and remember is just that when they're coming together, frequency is higher, and when they're moving apart, the frequency is lower.